Now to the latest on protests in Minneapolis, following the deaths of two people shot by ICE officers earlier this month. ABC's Ike Jachi is in Minneapolis with the latest on the protests and what DHS Secretary Kristi Noem has to say.
At high noon today, across the Twin Cities, Minneapolis and St. Paul, church bells ringing out with renewed calls for ICE to get out of their communities. Anti-immigration enforcement protests planned all across the country this weekend. Today in Minneapolis, demonstrators targeting Target.
We are here inside one of the many Targets in Minneapolis where dozens of protesters have decided to hold a sit-in, making their voices heard.
The retail giant headquartered here. Protesters urging the corporation to take a stand with them.
We shall not be moved.
And against the immigration crackdown. Target states it does not have any agreements with immigration enforcement agencies. Today, a memo obtained by ABC News says ICE agents can now arrest someone for being in the U.S. illegally without a warrant if an officer feels he or she is likely to escape. But a judge in Texas today ordering the release of 5-year-old Liam Conejo Ramos and his father from detention. Liam was pictured standing alone in the cold, swept up in an ICE raid in Minneapolis almost 2 weeks ago. A week ago today, federal border agents shot and killed Alex Pretti.
The FBI is leading the investigation.
Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem came under fire for the agency's response and the characterization of Pretti as a domestic terrorist. Today, Noem standing behind ICE operations in Minneapolis.
We're going to continue to try to work with the local law enforcement and the leadership in Minnesota to do that, to make that community safer.
And in Minnesota today, in honor of Alex Pretti, hundreds of cyclists braved sub-freezing temperatures in a memorial ride. Some 200 solidarity rides planned for cyclists around the country and around the world. Ike Jachi, ABC News, Minneapolis.